Slurpty-derp, my G's. Well, it wasn't much of a slurp. This is not going to be a good video, but it's going to be a video nonetheless. I'm going to answer a little question from Colin, our dear Colin, subscriber. Asked, how would you do your snare sidechain against your vocal if they occupy the same frequency range, which they usually will. Yeah, the reason this video is not going to be that great is just because I'm a little bit tired and I wasn't really feeling like making a video today. But I've been trying to make one video every day, like Monday to Friday, for like the last 5 weeks. And I think I've succeeded every day. And this is like the 5th week of my little challenge that I gave myself. And I'm literally at the end of the week. And I was just crashing hard. I was like, I can't think of anything to say anymore. I've run out of things to say, and I've run out of motivation. And then I was just like, I have to just do one video, like just to keep my promise to myself. Even if I'm not feeling up for it, I'm gonna have to make it just so I can stay true to my word. So anyway, here it is. So this is like my cheat way of doing snare sidechaining to things like vocals, and it sort of applies to like mid basses or leads as well. And really all I do for my sidechain to get my snare to cut through is I'll tend to do like an LFO tool, a volume, just a little volume gap, like a really fast one, just for the transient, just that little pop at the start, just a real little transient at the start of the snare, because yeah, when you're doing like your kick sidechain, the kick is obviously like a lot lower in the spectrum and it needs a lot longer to come through. You know, the bass of it, the weight of it needs a lot longer to cut through. And for that reason, if you check the other video I did recently on the triple sidechain technique, you know, really getting the different parts of the kick to come through in the right amount, you know, that's a lot more precise because it's really in the low end, you know, and it's really important to get right. Where the snare, usually, you know, it's a bit higher up in the spectrum, 200 hertz, 300 hertz or so. It doesn't like conflict with stuff as much as your kick, like anywhere near, you know. So I think it's if there's one piece of advice I can give you from this video, it's that getting your kick sidechain right is really fundamentally like super important. But getting your snare sidechain is definitely helps a lot, but it's not like anywhere near as key because it's not like it's in a higher part of the spectrum where you've got a little bit more room for error. Okay, yeah, just to wrap this up, yeah, with the snare sidechain, because the snare is like shorter as well and poppier, for me most of the time I'm really just focused on getting that transient of the snare to cut through, and the body will sort of carry through anyway, because it's quite short, you know. You might have a really long snare with a long body. In that case, you might want to do like a longer gap than this. But generally, the snare's like quite short and tight and quick. So that means you can actually do one of these little transient dips in it, you know, sort of dipping the whole volume out of a sound. And because where it's so short, you don't really notice that it's gone. So you can actually, it's a bit of a cheat really. When you listen to the vocal on its own where I've done this,
give me what I want,
you will hear like that little gap, the little, like, it almost clicks. Like, it doesn't quite click, but almost, you know.
give me what I want, give me what I need.
Sounds like slightly unnatural, you know. But when that's in context with the actual drums,
Give me what I want, give me what I need.
like there, for example, I didn't notice it at all because it's so fast. Oh, my nan's ringing me. Wait, I'll edit this part out. Yeah, just got off the phone to my nan. So anyway, as I was saying,
Give me what I...
when it happens so quickly, the vocal gap, and you've got everything else playing, like the drums with the snare and everything, you don't really notice that.
Give me what I want.
Where the snare fills that in, because it's too fast for the human ear to really detect it.
Give me what I want, give me what I
mean, you might have to you've got to tweak your gap to get it perfect, and then you can obviously mix down the effect a little bit, so it's not as like extreme.
Give me what I want. Give me what I need.
You could take the volume down of the sidechain, so it's not going all the way to 0 as well. So, but most of it, half of it's coming down or something. That's how I do it essentially. And yeah, where that gap is like so fast, like I just kind of mentioned already.
Give me what I want. Give me what I need.
You know, you really clear like so much space for that snare transient to come through the vocal, but as it's so fast, you don't really notice that the vocal's even being sidechained, and that's the best cheat that I can offer you for how to sidechain your vocal from your snare. That's how I tend to do it, because you could do like a more subtle multi-band dynamic one that takes like longer to come back up again. But yeah, then you're gonna end up taking more mid-range out of the vocal for longer, you know. Whereas this way, I like this because if you can get it right, so you don't notice it, you cut space for the transient, and usually that's going to be enough. So that's how I sidechain my vocal to my snare usually. And yeah, hope that helps you guys. Anyway, feedback stream tomorrow, 4 p.m. See you guys there. And yeah, as always, mentorship links down below, one-on-one sessions available, and mastering services as well. If you need your tracks mastered, email me info@artifactmusic.com. Preset packs available on my website, and come and support on Patreon as well if you want to help out the channel a bit and join our lovely Discord community. All right, my G's, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.